design this robot in the computer first, else it wouldn't have came together. Pulling the arrow back, I used a motor attached to this super long release screw I found online. When it was time for the arrow to get released, the servo opened up. The whole bow assembly is attached to a single motor that is working its butt off to change the bow's angle. Here's the final robot. If I was smarter, I took a montage and put it all together, but so the arrow get attached to the little pin right here, is able to get pulled with the lead screw, able to, and the stepper motor right here is able to bring it back and forth. And when I need it to finally get to its last position and release, this little servo will pull up and release the arrow. And the whole thing is able to pitch with this motor up and down. One thing I don't have is yaw, so it can't aim, but if it's in line with the target, it's able to pitch up and down. And then lastly, we have this video camera that's able to take images of the target. To see how strong my bow is, I can measure different points at set distances using this force gauge. And after getting all those points, I can use something called linear regression to solve for the slope of the line. And the value of the slope is called the spring constant. Okay, finally, let's figure out how do I hit the target every time if I know the height and the depth from the stereo vision camera. So there's actually multiple solutions for different initial velocities and different angles. I can shoot it really high and shoot the target down like this. I can shoot it a little softer angle like that, like even a really small angle, and hit the target from there. But if I extend the bow to its max velocity, for I have as much impact on the target as possible, then the solution to that problem becomes this. I don't feel like deriving this whole thing, and the initial velocity here is just, I find that through the energy conservation. Now that I showed all that math and setup stuff, let's get to some of the fun stuff. The robot initially was missing the target by a little. Sometimes it will overshoot or undershoot the target just by a bit. After tightening up some loose screws and making sure everything was aligned and tight and fixing my trash code, I was able to start getting some consistent bullseyes.